In today's lecture, again we are going to start with the uh, next new topic of chapter number 5, form controls, that is validation control. So there are total 5 types of validation controls are available. First one is compare validator. This particular control we use whenever we want to compare two text boxes or whenever we want to compare the values. Then next one is custom validator. If you want to create your own validation which is not default one, then you can make use of custom validator control. Next one which we are having, that is range validator. Whenever we want to have validation regarding the values which we should enter inside the text box. So if you want that values to be between the range, then in that case we can use the range validator. Next one is regular expression validator. Regular expression validator, the best example to use this particular type of validator control is whenever we want to take email ID from the user. So there is a specific format for taking the email ID like abc@gmail.com. So like that, if you want to check that, so because of which the user should not be able to enter any wrong value. So in that case you can make use of regular expression validator. Or whenever you want input in the specific format, for that also we can make use of regular expression validator. Next one is required field validator. Basically the best example of this particular validator control is we are filling so many forms. In that there is red color asterisk symbol is given after the question most of the time. So as we all know the meaning of that red color asterisk, that is whenever any question is having red color asterisk means that particular field is mandatory. So that is possible with the help of require field validator. Means whenever we want that user should enter some value compulsorily into a specific text box and all, then we can validate that particular text box with the help of required field validator. The next one which we are having, that is validation summary. Basically validation summary means whenever we want to see all the errors together which are currently present on the page, so for that purpose we can make use of validation summary. It is not a control. Main 5 types of validation controls are compare validator, custom validator, range validator, regular expression validator and require field. But again this is one validation summary is again related to validation control only, which gives you report of all the validation errors occur in a web page. So let's start. So the first validation control is require field validator. Just see the syntax. First attribute for the require field validator is id and run it. These are the two common attribute. Then we next attribute which we are having, that is control to validate. So basically control to validate, it is a common attribute or common property for all the validation control. Okay. Next one is error message. Means if whenever there is an error, then whatever message you want to display, that message you can write inside the require message. By default whenever we are taking the error message field, then error message is equal to the name of the validator control is given within as a message. So we just need to remove that message and write down your own message. And the next one is initial value. Initial value means sometimes if you want that most of the time in some form there are text boxes in which they gives us example. That example means enter city and eg the example is given Mumbai, etc. So that is the text which appear in the text box, and when we click on the text box for entering the some value, that message will disappear and whatever you will enter that will be visible. So that is nothing but the initial value which we have set. Okay, so this is commonly you have noticed most of the time, that is examples are given, especially in case of date. If you want to take a date in the text box, so in that situation in which format you should enter the date, that is dd/mm/yy. So like that format is with as a example it is given. So that is nothing but the initial value. So they have given the example. We are having one text box whose name is txt name, and we want that in this text box we are going to take name from the user, and we want to make this particular field as a mandatory one. So for the same we are going to use the require field validator. So run at id is already there. 4 color if you want, that we can set that. Actually all such controls attributes will be clear in the practical session. And as I told you that there is very important property of require field validator, that is control to validate. So now I want to make txt name text box to be mandatory, right? And this is the reason why control to validate equal to I have written the name of the text box, txt name. And in it's not the case that if we have used one validator control for a specific control like text box in this our example, so we cannot make use of other validation control. We can have multiple validation control for single controls which we have taken as a part of waveform. And the error message, that is please enter your name, so that is that you need to edit. Okay, so this is the first control, require field validator. So whenever we are having that red color asterisk symbol, mandatory field, so for that purpose we are making use of require field validator. Then the next one is range validator control. Range means whenever we want that user should enter the value between 10 and 20. So means we are providing the range between 10 to 20. So for that purpose we can make use of range validator. Basically range validator control is having three properties are common, that is id, run at, after that 4 color is there, control to validate. These 4 properties and one more is there, that is error message. 5 properties are common for any type of validation control: id, after that run at, 4 color, control to validate, and the error message. These are the common 5 properties. Other than this property, for range validator we are having 3 more properties which we commonly use. First one is type. Type means if you want that user should enter only integer value in a specific text box or only string value, so in that case we should select the type. So type means we can have currency, date, double, integer and string. These are the 5 types which we are type of data we can enter with the help of type property. Then we have next property, that is minimum value. Minimum value means, now as I said that if I want to take input between 10 to 20, so 10 is nothing but the minimum value, and as we are setting the minimum value equal to 10 means user cannot enter lower number, any lower number, that is any value which is below 10. And like that we are having one more property, that is maximum value. So in case of maximum value means, as I said, I want to take input between 10 to 20, so 20 will be my maximum value. So because of which what will happen, if you are entering 21 means any number which is greater than 20, so you will get the error message. So for the same we are making use of range validator. Just see the example. We are having one text box whose id is txt1 and we have taken range validator after the text box. Okay, then we have id attribute. Type we have set as integer. After that, that is, it means as the label suggests, enter age is the label, means we want to take age from the user. Okay, and the age, user should enter the age between 18 to 100, not more than that is allowed. So here run at equal to server, type should be integer as we are taking the age from the user. Then 4 color I have set as a red, so that the error message whatever we have set, that will be displayed in the red color. Then we have control to validate, that is txt1 is the text box which I want to validate, and minimum value I have set as 18 and the maximum value is 100, means user, whenever user enter the number which is less than 18 and greater than 100, you will get the error message as not valid age, because this particular error message we have set as a error message property. Okay, so this is range validator. I hope this is clear to you. Whenever you want to check for a specific range, then we are making use of this validation control. Now the next validator control is compare validator. Compare validator means whenever we want to compare the value of 2 text boxes, like most of the time whenever we are installing the software, okay, like MySQL software is there, so whenever we are installing the software they ask you for enter password. Okay, after enter password label we are having one text box, and after that confirm password is there, and again we are having one text box. So what What is meaning of this type of structure? First we have to enter the password in the text box, which is just aligned with the enter password label, right? And whatever password you have entered in the first text box, that should be same with the password which you have entered in the text box, which is along with the confirm password or retype password field, right? So for that we are having compare validator. That is, whenever we want to compare two text boxes, like in case of the password I am giving you, that is, whenever we are entering, whenever we are opening the account, it asks you to enter the password and again re-verification. Or one more example you can take. I don't know whether you are familiar with this example or not. Now as we all know that we are having bank account, so most of the people are using the application, that is software of the specific bank. So in that we are having one option, that is add beneficiary. So whenever we are adding the beneficiary, they ask you account number. First they will tell you to enter the account number, and again they tell you to re-enter the account number. That is, it's a kind of confirmation from you. So both the time we have to enter the same account number. Okay, so for that purpose also we can make use of compare validator. Compare validator will compare the two text boxes, and if the value inside both the text boxes are not matched, it will give you the error. So for the same we are using compare validator. Again, as I said previously, all the 5 properties are same, but there are some new property which are associated with the compare validator. Again, compare validator is having type property. So type means integer, string, date, like that we are having type value. Next property is control to compare. Now this is new property and it is only associated with the compare validator. Control to compare, okay, and value to compare. We are having two options. Most of the time we are making use of control to compare only. That is, control to compare means if you are having two text boxes, just see the example. First password we have to enter. For that we are having txt11 as a text box. After that we are having one more label, that is re-enter password, and after that again we have taken one text box that is named as txt12. id is txt12. Okay, so txt12 in which you will re-enter the password. So we want to compare txt12 with the txt11. So just see the compare validator, what we have written. We make use of two property. As I said, control to validate. So now what we want to do, I want to check the password which I have entered in txt12. So that will be my control to validate. Means this is the control, that is second text box is the text box which value I want to check. Okay, so txt12 is the name of the second text box. So control to validate is txt12, and to whom I want to compare this particular text box, with the first text box whose id is txt11. So this is the reason why control to compare equal to, we have written txt11. So I hope this is clear to you. Control to validate and control to compare. And then we are having one more property, that is operator. Operator means if you want to check for the similarity, like in case of password, okay, we should check the similarity. So operator equal to, equal actually we will use, but other than equal we are having less than, more than, such values which are available with the operator, that we will come to know in the practical session. So these are the, we can say that attributes which are, or property which are new in case of compare validator. That is, control to compare is there, operator is there, and type is common in previous operator also, validator control also we have seen, that is type equal to integer, and again error message is the common one. So I have, this is clear to you where we will make use of compare validator. Now we are moving further. Next validation control is regular expression validator. Regular expression validator means whenever you want the input in the specific format, then and then only accept that input. This is the requirement. Then in that situation we are making use of regular expression validator. Like for example, we can take example of email id. As we all know that email id is not in the form of abc, if you are writing only ABC, so that is not the proper email id. Email id means we should have username. After username we have at the rate symbol. After at the rate symbol we are having the domain and the subdomain, whatever you want to enter. After that we should have the dot operator. After dot we are having the different we can say that domains like com dot in, like that we are having. So in that format only we should have the password, email address. So this is the format of email id. So whenever we want that user should enter the email id in the specific format, so for that purpose we are making use of regular expression validator. So there are so many characters which are meta characters which are associated with the regular expression, out of which /d character we are going to see practically in the practical session. So /d means D stands for digits. So it contains, whenever you want the text should contain 0 to 9 characters. So in that situation you can make use of /d control. Like for characters we are having /w. Okay, and whenever the second line, that is within a square bracket, they have specified ABCD, means whatever text you are entering inside the text box, that should have the letters or characters from this list only, ABCD. Other than ABCD it will not accept. After that we are having raise to ABCD. So raise to ABCD means the starting character should be ABCD. If you are entering the egg as an entry, EGG, so starting character is E, so it is not allowed. So like that we are having the combination. After that they have written 2 to 7, A to M, and then capital A to M. It means whatever character you will insert inside the text box can contain the numbers between 2 to 7, can contain the characters, small characters between A to M, and the capital characters again between A to M. So like that this validation controls we can make use of. That will be clear to you in practical session. So there are different operators also they have given, that is into, plus, question mark, within a curly bracket n is there. So just see the example, that is txt number. We have to enter the email id, and for that they have taken the text box whose id they set to txt number. So control to validate is nothing but txt number. And we are having one more property which is associated with regular expression validator, that is validation expression. So validation expression equal to, within a double quotes they have written one expression /w plus into round bracket within a square bracket minus plus dot single quotes again /w into at the rate will be there, then /w plus into round bracket within a square bracket minus. So this is the actually expression, validation expression for the email id, which we can take. Actually we don't need to write this, we are having by default value for, means we are having different by default expression, ready-made expressions are there, that we are going to take in a practical session. So like that you just have to remember here, that is what are the property. So run at is again common property, for color is again there, id is there, control to validate error message, and other than all there is only unique one property associated with the regular expression, require regular expression validator, that is validation expression. Okay, and the last validator control is custom validator. Basically whenever you don't want any default validation, you want to write code for the validation, then in that case you can make use of custom validator. Like age we have seen, that is we are having range validator, but you don't want to use range validator. In place of that you want to create your own code which will not allow you to enter the value which are less than 18 and greater than 100. So for that also you can write your own code, but whenever you want to write your own code we have to make use of custom validator. Okay, so basically we are taking this validator control after the text box. Okay, and just double click on that particular validator control, one window will get open. In that we are going to write the code. So basically client validation function like that event will appear inside .cs file, and according to that event we have to perform. Okay, so that we will see practically, but just remember, in case of custom validator control, whenever we want to write down the validation, whenever you want to write down your own validation, then for that purpose we are making use of custom validator control. And the last one is validation summary. As I told you previously, it show all the errors which are appeared or which are present on the current web page once you perform any event. So that is called as validation summary. You don't need to set any other attribute. There are attribute like style equal to top, style attribute they have used in the current example. Okay, but if you want, you don't need to set anything. Just take a validation summary control from your toolbox, okay, and just drop it and run the program. You will get all the errors which are present on your page in the bulleted format because of validation summary. So this is about theory part of validation control, and now we are going to start with the practical. So let's start. So as we have seen, we are having total 5 validation controls. First one is required field validator control. Next one is range validator control. Then we have compare validator control. Then we have regular expression validator control. Then we have custom validation control. And the last one is validation summary. So we are going to see all. So just go to file, new, website. I have selected one empty website. So you will be having this interface. Then take one waveform, and now I am changing the name of the waveform to registration.aspx. So you will be having this code inside your source file. Source window, you will be having this code as a default one, in which I am writing one text which I want as a heading, and the text is registration form with validation, and I want this particular text to be in center. This is the reason why I have used normal HTML center tag. Then we will move to design window so that you will get some idea, that is how that particular text will look like. So this is our design window. Just take table menu is there, and from that just insert table, click on insert table option. And here it is important that we are having total 2 rows and 2 columns. So first is rows 2 and columns 2, and simply click on OK. So this is the table which is appeared, which is having 2 rows and 2 columns. It's not compulsory to use a table for validation control, but just you should your look and feel should be display in proper format. We are making use of table. Then I have just changed the alignment of the first row, first column to right side. And after first name, I just want one text box. That is, we will be having interface like first name, then text box. Then on second row, we will be having last name, then text box. So like that, I want to create interface. And in the single form only, I will try to show all the validation controls. So instead of making or changing the alignment of cell, just select all the cell and set the common alignment. So for the first column of our table, the alignment is at the right hand side, and for the second column where we are taking the text boxes, the alignment is left hand side. So we are taking information like first name, last name, email ID, password. Then we are having retype password. The next one is age. After age I am taking mobile number. And last one is customer ID or user ID I want to take. So user ID. Now if you notice that I have not taken these many text boxes from the toolbox. Why? Because I have copied the first text box and just pasting it. Then I want one button. Just select first text box, go to property window. And we are going to change the ID of all the text boxes. So first text box is having ID as txtfn. Then we have last name, so ln, txtln. This name I will set txtln. Then for email ID, txt email. For password, now we are having two fields to take password. So first one is txtp1, and for retype password text box I am giving the name as txtp2. Then the age, so txt age. Then we have mobile number, so txt mn. Mobile number, so mn. And last user ID, so txt user ID I am taking as a name for the last text box. So now we have designed the interface. Now we are going to take the validation control. And there is one common property, that is control to validate, which is common for all the validation control. Now I am changing the text of the button to register now. Okay, just see the text of button has changed. And name to BTNS. Then from the toolbox I want all the fields to be mandatory. So mandatory means we have to make use of required field validator. So for first text box I will start the property setting. So error message I am changing, that is first name is empty. After that we have to, if you want you can change the color, that is red color is not by default, that is because of 4 colors. So simply click on 4 color and change the color to red and click on OK button. Now control to validate. In front of txtfn I have taken the validation control, so I am using control to validate to txtfn. And like way, just copy the required field validator and paste it in front of all the text boxes, because I want all the text boxes to be mandatory fields. User should enter in all the text boxes, otherwise he will get error as empty one or different errors. Now you just have to change the error message to last name is empty and change the control to validate, that is txtln. For all the controls, validation control, required field validator, we have to do the same thing. Now it is email ID, so we will write email is empty as an error message, and txt email you will choose for the control to validate. For password also txtp1, and we will give the message as password is blank if you are not entering in front of the text box of password. And for second password text box, retype password is empty or is blank, and again change the control to validate to txtp2. Next age, so first we will select control to validate txt age, and the error message will be enter age. Then for mobile number, here we are not doing any validation, that is mobile number is wrong and all. First we should enter something inside the text box. So control to validate is txtmn and the message is mobile number is empty. And for last user id, user is empty, and just change the control to validate to txt user id. And why we want to change the control? Because we have just copied, so for all the control is same, so that we have changed. So just now I have run the program, just I'm clicking on register now button, you will get to see the error messages which we have set for different text boxes. So now it is compulsory. Require field means we have to enter something compulsory. So as you are entering some data, the error message is disappear after entering. Means all we should enter something inside the field. Now one thing we have noted, that is for password it should display bullets. So this is the reason why we are changing the text mode property of both the password text boxes to password. After that, now I want to apply the email ID validation. So for email ID we have to make use of regular expression validator. So I have taken the regular expression validator. I am changing its error message, that is invalid email ID. After that, control to validate also we need to change, that is txt email. Next, for color, now already we are having error message in red. So for regular expression I am taking some different color. Then validation expression, just go to this property, click on 3 dots, the following window will get open, in which we will be having some standard validation expression. So now we want for email ID, so internet email validation I have choose and click on OK. And again for mobile number also I want to do one validation. So for the same I am using the require field validation control. In mobile number I just want to set that user should enter only digits, and that is also 10-digit number only. So error message I am setting is as invalid mobile number if user is entering the number below 10 digits. And control to validate should be txtmn. For color also if you want to change, that also you can change. And again go to validation expression. Now we don't have any ready-made expression for mobile, so just select the custom one and type, that is as I told you I want only digits. So for that I have taken /d, and how many digits I want? 10. So within a round bracket I have specified 10 and click on OK. So /d means only numbers and 10 numbers. So I have just run the program. Enter some values. Okay, email ID is empty because we have not written ABC as we have entered, so that is wrong. As I told you in the theory part, that abc@gmail.com, like that only we are having email format. So once I have entered, we have not got any message. And text mode for the password we have changed to password, so just see that bullets are there. And in mobile number we have entered only 2 numbers, and the length we have specified, that is 10, so we should enter 10 numbers. Okay, again we are getting error because there are total 9 numbers, so I just need to enter one more. So now just see the error is disappear. Okay, so now we did the email validation and mobile number validation. Now we are going to work on the password. So here we want to compare the value, so we will take the compare validator from the toolbox in front of the second password, because first is the original password. On second password, second text box we need to check. So again control to compare here is txtp1 and control to validate is txtp2. txtp2 we want to compare with the p1. So control to compare is txtp1, control to validate txtp2. Again operator here equal means both the values should be equal. So operator I have selected as equal, I'm just changing the 4 color, and error message also I need to give. That is, we are checking the values, comparing the value of two text boxes. So password not match. This particular error will disappear if we are entering the wrong password in the second text box. And there is one more property, that is type. So that I have set to string only, because it's not necessary that password should be integer and all. Again I am running the program. Enter some values. Not entering, then you will get the errors. Once you are entering the value one by one, the error will disappear if you are entering the proper values. Now password, 3 digits I have entered, and in retype password only I have entered 1 digit only. So we got the error message as password not match. Once you have entered the 3 characters, the error disappear. So that is password validation. Now for age, I want age between 18 to 100. So for range we want to perform validation, then we have range validator control. Just change control to validate to txt age. Then 4 color, that is error message, I am changing the color of the error message. Then error message which I want to give is greater than 18 and less than 100. Sorry, 10 to 30, 18 to 30 I am giving the chance. Greater than 18 and less than 30 is not allowed. And I'm setting the maximum value to 30 and minimum value to 10. Minimum value to 18. And type should be integer because it is age. So we need to change type integer. Again we are running the program. Enter something, otherwise all other error messages also display, and because of which the main error which we are going to check, that will not be clearly visible to us. So in the age I have entered 78, so it gives us error message. Why? Because above 30 is not allowed. Like that below 18 is also not allowed. So as I have entered 15, I got the error. 21 if I am entering, so that 21 is in between 18 to 30, so we will not get any error message. Then the next one is for user ID. I want to write my own validation, so I am using custom validator. So just take custom validator. Error message I am changing. Basic setting we need to do in case of custom validator, plus coding also we have to do, which we are not doing in case of other validation control. So error message which I am displaying, that is user ID at least 3 characters or more is even okay, but user ID should be like we are having the error message that password should be 6 character. So for that we are using this custom validation. Then I have changed control to validate txt user ID. Now validation, this particular event I have called server validate. Just double click on it. I have declared one string variable. Then I have taken the value from the user inside the string, and then I am comparing args.is valid equal to true, else false. Actually this is the vb.net code which is given. In place of that we have to write C#, but this is kind of validation control. We will see the program of custom validator in C# in practical session. So just see, we have entered AB, so we got the error because the user ID should be at least 3 or greater than 3. And sometimes even though we have entered wrong value, we are not getting the error because there are some other error present on the web page. So if you enter 3 characters, it is not going to show you any error. So this is about custom validator. And the last part is remaining, that is validation summary. So I have taken 3 rows and I am just merging them. So right click on the cells, modify, and then merge cells. Take validation summary there and just simply run the program. If you want to change color, you can. So after running you will get to see this particular error, that is list of errors are displayed as we have used validation summary. So thank you very much.